Hey guys, and welcome into another episode of Glory Hunter Cricket. As you can see, we are ninth place. Guess how many games we've won? That's right, we have won 0. We have just got a bit of a crisis here. We're just going to try and work out how we can be competitive in certain games. We'll go over some of the results that we've had since you guys were last here. Of course, we're only here for the 220 over games, then we had a couple of first class league county championship division 1 games. We won one and lost one. We beat Hampshire by 3 wickets here. They got through to 290. Jones 84 not out. Murphy 53 at the top. 4 for 67 for Hull. Ahmed 3 for 52. And Tyson 2 for 70. We got through to only 206 with the top score being Castle. They had a share of the wickets for Turner and Ahmed 3 each. And Hetley and French 2 wickets apiece. We got them out for 116 in the next innings, with Rue only 49, only looking threatening to get in the game away from us. Ahmed 4 for 17 in his 5 overs. Brilliant spell of bowling. 3 for 32 for Ellis. 2 for 31 for Hull. Was right back in it. And yeah, we were 71 for 5. I thought, oh yeah, we're going to probably drop this game. But Milligan, Fonseca, and Ahmed come together. And they scrambled us to that score. So happy enough to pick that win up for the season. Then we got a bit thrashed by Sussex. They got through to 309. Henderson and Mullet getting a 100-run stand between them. Continued good work from Rogers and Patel, doing standing in the late flurry of runs from Jahanadad Khan. 3 for 45 for the part-timer Wharton was the highlight of the innings here. We only got through to 194 in this. The score, Bond and Milligan both getting 50s, and there was just not much else really. 4 for Adil and Jahanadad Khan. 6 for 19 for Koenig. As we rolled them for 109, I thought, oh yeah, it's having a similar script to the other game. But we only could muster 136 with Milligan 47 not out. Lenham 5 for 22. So where does that put us on the standings here for the county championship? We're in 5th place. We have still got a wee bit of work to do in the next 5 games. Obviously, Essex are not too far away from us. We don't want to get relegated or anything like that. We want to stay firm where we are. I don't think I'm sure looking good for the title here as other teams just sort of lose round each other. But yeah, the 20 over campaign's been a disaster, really. Like, we've had 350s, I think, in it, and 2 of them have gone to Fonseca. And yeah, it's just, we're missing an all-rounder. Like, when we've had the 20 over blast, Arkman and Tyson have been away. There's going to be a major rejig of this team. We come to a team that ultimately is in a big rebuild. And it's going to be quite a challenge to sort of mend that, like one all-rounder in the squad. We do have a new player in the team, Winwood, so they give us lone players to try out. He only bowled the 2 overs now for 26, but he will get the 20 over campaign. He can possibly get a bit of the 50 over campaign. First class, he probably is not going to play straight away. We'll see where he's at in terms of his talent. I've only posted somewhat of a few decent scores, and yeah, we're competitive enough in a couple of the games. I probably will show you guys actually after this game, remarkably, how they played out. And we only showed the first class games, then we exited out. Yeah, we did. So we'll play this, and then I'll just quickly show you the form guides. Like I said, enough said. We've lost all our games, and we're only really playing for pride and maybe searching for an unlikely win. Yeah, Smeed's added a wee bit since he's come into the team too. He's one of our key men that needs to score quite a few runs. Bingham to Bond. Oh, a bit of an unusual shot to hit the boundary there. Bonnie moved to 38. It's gonna be quite funny seeing all the statistics of these players in the 20 over form of the game. Like as mentioned, the bowling's had its moments, and it's just the batting's been a complete disaster. Really, it's like this is one of our better starts. Pretty well from Fonseca as well. 80 for 2. Hard driven for 4. 9 for 2 after 10 overs. That is a much better spell. 10 overs for us. Usually we're 4 or 5 down. Bond hits that pretty well, and Bond will get that way for 4, and that will bring up the half century. The Bond off the free hits, luckily. 51 of 39 deliveries, 26 of 20, 103 for 2. Still got to bat probably the majority of the overs because they're settled. Cut off for 4. 12 for 2. Nicely from Bond, and yeah, 116 for 2. This is much better cricket. 20 for 2. Quiet overs. You wouldn't want to be a team that loses to Leicestershire at the moment, just in this form of the game. But in that slump. That slump gets some positivity going for the team for the next wee while. 130 for 2. Zika has been dropped, and the partnership will continue to roll on here. It's a user record partnership. 3 overs remaining. 7 runs, 160. Can we get to 160? That'll be the key for us. Good shot from Bond. Finds the gap. That's glorious. 142 for 2. A lot of singles off the over. Zika will pick that up nicely, and that's 9 off the over. 151 for 2. I reckon a partnership between these two. For 4. This delivery being dismissed. 157 for 3. It's a much better batting display. Bond 75 or 61. 56 or 40 for Fonseca. Andrew Bond will bring up his first 50 of the campaign, and Fonseca will pick up their 3rd. So positive stuff there from the batsman. Would be just looking to get some early wickets. But yeah, Winwood on debut. Not on debut, in his 2nd ever game. He'll get a wee bit of movement coming in, and he'll get the wicket. Get his first ever wicket. He gets the wicket of Young for 0. Edge Hind. Get the edge. 16. Rotation of the bowlers. We've got our tails up a wee bit with a bit of a score to defend. 5 for 3 after 6. Koenig will come in. Ellis will come back. Find a wicket or 2 here just to get the back in our favour a wee bit, and Winwood's going to bowl out. And a good spell from the youngster. He's only 19 years of age, a bit of potential to him. Foreman. Three for 29 off his spell. Hull will be back in. 40 at 5.7. We need just to keep breaking through partnerships like this. This is good bowling. 51. Have to come into the equation sooner or later, but we are trying to break. Yeah, pretty much quickly. 9 off 24, 4 wickets remaining. Mustard, he will go. Go for 11. McQuarrie off 18. 9 off 12. Another wicket. Burt will get the wicket to Leany, and it's 149 for 8. Can we get them another one out? Gonna go right down the wire this game. I've needed off 6 deliveries. Oh, he's hit it for 6. Oh, the drama. We just about had that game. We just need to score a little bit more off that over. Lingham, the hero, he gets them over the line. We lose that by a wicket. And we're 2 games away from a pretty dismal season. But anyhow, I'm just going over the results we had in the 20 over trophy after you guys had left. Lost this one by 52 runs. Just quickly go over the mid-episode. We got, Fonseca through to 50 there. That game there, 188 for 8. Milligan 77, Blake 62. He only got through to 157. A much better performance. Smead 62 there. Then in the other game that we had was this game here where we were bundled out for 76. Pretty embarrassing stuff, right? No need to see any more of that. We'll move to the final couple games of this season. But yeah, good promising signs from Winwood. And Ellis is 1 wicket away from 120 over wickets. Stick with that team. That team was a bit better. And a wee bit better. We will bat first again, try to get somewhat of a score on the board. That is out for 10. Positive about our performance here. Going to show signs that some of these players are playing for contracts, really. Just got to heck, some of them can pull through. Just a pretty dismal season. I think there's been a few games we could have won if we'd just been a little bit better with the bat. Bash that away for 4 more. That's a good stroke. Ramped, hit hard, 6. Hard start again. The batting's firing a little bit better. Castle. That was a nice wee innings from Castle. It just needed to go a little bit longer, obviously. Nine for 3. Up for 5, and it just has that resemblance of a typical Leicestershire Foxes 20 over performance. Owsley. $80 for 4. Can't dwell on that. Let's focus. Harden hits that away for 4. It's 13 off the over so far. A recovery job from these 2. I think we'll be better next season anyway. Like, it was just such a shame we didn't even get an opportunity to do contracts. We're just straight here, and they said, yep, you've just got to stay with the squad you have, because a lot of these players will be moved on. I keep my status as a Division 1 county first class team. And yeah, to sort of work our way up. But hard. For 4, it's a good shot. Hit pretty hard as well, and that's 1-2-1 for 4. Overs remaining. Looking for somewhat of a competitive score. Hoping the bowlers can do the job. Good shot from Arlett. Regular time here just to sort of develop his craft at the level. He's some reasonable success in that middle part of the order. From the future of the club, really. Talent, Fonseca. On for 37. 2 overs remaining. 41. About 150 if we can get it. (32 of 34 deliveries). Got enough on that? I don't think we have either. So Marlowe is going to be on a hat-trick on the last ball of the innings. Going to be a team hat-trick. 147 for 8 we're able to post. A couple of decent scores of 30 there. Is that going to be enough to defend Winwood? Got another wicket. Got a Nawaz, so he's got the overseas professional. Yeah, he's been a sort of a nice wee find, Winwood. And good channels. And at that end. Look, it's a tumbling here. Durham are be too happy being 43 for 4. And even more bother now, 44 for 5. Hull is just getting it into good channels. He's been a pretty good find for the season. Josh Hull, he's played obviously the test for England back in the day. Those are good numbers. Without getting a 5-er, he's very consistent. Okay, and it's 54 for 6. Keep the field up. He bowl out. He will bowl out here. We're just going to... That wicket. 71 at 7.1. Over required. Ellis, we back into the attack. Best chance of probably nabbing a result in this one. Going for 10. Burrett back. Great fight back from these two, and it's 54 at 6.7 required. Jack. One would find wickets just to get this game even peg. Ellis back. Batted so well, these two. Batted them out of a horrid position, and we just could not bust them. He had a 40 for Hansen, 52 for Kerr, and yeah, it was a bad bowling performance from Hull and Winwood initially, but yeah, Hansen, all-rounder, and Joshua Kerr. We should have won that game with 13 losses. Straight loss. What a disastrous campaign. Yorkshire is our final opponent of the season. Really be disappointing. So is Castle, for that matter. Nothing to write home about. Hull's 20 wickets. Tyson's back. So Tyson will come in for Burrett. That gives us a wee bit of a boost in terms of our bowling. Tyson will open up. Winwood will come in next change. Can we finish the season positively? We will bat first. We'll try and get a score on the board. We can do in this situation. Plus a Freedy. numbers in county cricket this season. $17 Castle. The starts have been okay in the last few games. $41 for 1. Get that cleanly away for 6. Much more like it. Gone for 14 or 15. Got a bit of freedom to play in this game. If we get blanked out with no wins this season, it's just obviously got to look at a few things. Yeah, what I would have loved the youth to bring up a all-rounder to try out for the rest of the season. That would have been ideal. They should do that for like all the domestic campaigns, like partway through. Here's a youth player to try it, not just the English system. But you just don't know you're getting to the end of the season. But if you like the English way, how it's set up, where you get to see what the players like for a few games, and if they're good enough, they get a contract. And this is not bad striking from Tika as well. I think that's a terrible over for Quinton. 79 for 2 and after 8. Hard enough away before. It's a good stroke. Log sweep all the way for 6. That's a glorious strike play. We've seen Quinton as a guy that's bowling a few too many loose deliveries, and he's been taking the distance. Oh, that's poor fielding as well. Hit for 4. It's a good shot. 41 of 14. It's been a very blistering knock. Fielder should be okay there. Or 110 for 2. Get away, and that good hitting there, and that is another half century of 17 balls this time. Kesh Fonseca, 450s for the campaign. His campaign, he can hold his head up high. He's batted probably the best out of all the batsmen. There are 118 for 2. Looking certainly promising to be something big. How much the final few batsmen can get will be the key. 8 overs left. Guys are going to have to sustain it a little bit longer if we are to get a big score. Decent over. It's only 4 off it. Gone. LBW, Sindhu will strike. He's gone for 59. An old friend taking a wicket. A miscue from Smee, but he will take that. That is 4 more. Again, Hopefully an imposing score for our bowlers to have something to bowl to for the first time, I feel, this season. That's going to be competitive. It away, and that's the 150 up. Well, a couple of bounces 4. It's a big 6 from Milligan, and this is looking like a real awesome score. It's our best score of the season. Moved to 171 for 3. Glorious. That is a mighty hit from Smeed. We surely should be able to get close to defending this. Where's this been all season? Got enough on that, he does, and the score moves closer to that 200. God, he's gone for 72 off 41 Smeed, but that has been a good knock. 2 overs remaining. Already 1 off 15, but that's exactly the cameo we needed. Well, Koenig, and the 200 up for Leicestershire with 1 over remaining. Now, this is going to be a score that we hopefully will be able to be pretty good and defend. That away turn. This has been a good productive last over too. 214 for 5. Much better effort from the team. Look to attack a wee bit here. Bison's bounced back pretty well. The couple boundaries from Drake. 2 wickets in the over. Really good swing bowling. Line for 3. Harry Brock, he's been around the scene a long time. What a career that is. You'd take that career if you could have that. 5. Boy, this is our game here. We've absolutely ripped the opening. We've owned the opening bit. 42 for 4 after 6 overs. 73 at 12.3 required. Could be okay in this one. Just need to make sure we keep taking wickets. But opening spell from Tyson's really set the tone. And for 20.8 required. Not counting our chickens just yet. Just reckless few overs could change objectives on this. 3. For Malice. 41 for him. Last over for Winwood, and we have not gone winless the whole season. We restrict them to 165 for 7. A good batting display in the last game sees the record for us. 1 win, 13 losses. We've got a lot of improving to do in that competition. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was a good performance, and a couple of the batting performances there. Really happy about that. Let's see what we've got now. We've got a couple of first-class league games we'll play offline. We'll start the Challenge Trophy with Yorkshire, Derbyshire, and Glamorgan. So join us for that. Smash the like button, share with a friend. We'll see you for more Glory Hunter Cricket.